Feeling burnt out is when you go long periods of time without incorporating things into your life that make you feel like a human being, right? Where you actually do activities that you enjoy, and where you just dedicate chunks of time for yourself, right? To just do activities that relax you and to just enjoy life, right? Um, Burnt out is, again, just being stuck in this monotonous routine where all you do is work, and at the end of the day you have time maybe a little bit for yourself, but then you just repeat the process, right? Just being stuck in this day-to-day grind where the vast majority of your time is dedicated to work, right? And even if you have work that you enjoy to some degree, I can imagine this happens all the same, right? Just being stuck in a routine where, again, the vast majority of your time is just being dedicated to work, and you have very little time for yourself or to do the activities that you actually enjoy, right? I think obviously it's important to have a balance between the two, or try to have it as balanced as you can be. But, these past few days have really made me realize that just having time for yourself and having time to do hobbies is so critical to feeling like a human being, right? Recently I had a 3-day weekend, right? A 3-day weekend, and man, it really made me recharge my batteries to normal again, right? Just getting back to that baseline where I feel like a normal human being again, right? And this is very clear to me that it's just absolutely essential to have activities outside of work, time for yourself to just go about and do things that you enjoy to do. Obviously you should always strive to work hard and have that be a key component in your life, but again, like everything in life, there's a balance. If you're too if you're on the side of one scale too much, obviously the other things are going to be out of balance and you're going to be thrown out of whack, right? So I encourage you to not get too stuck into a daily grind, right? Into a daily monotonous routine where maybe all you're doing is going to work, going to school, have time to eat a few meals here and there, and then maybe at the end of the day you have 30 minutes to an hour just for yourself, right? To do maybe an activity that you enjoy, whatever it may be. Don't get too stuck on that in that routine, because I don't think it's normal to be living that way, right? Society, everything around us is trying to program us into thinking that that's how our lives need to be, right? Always on the grind. How many videos do you see on YouTube and other social media platforms, right? Just telling you, oh, it's all about the grind. If you're not grinding, you're not making it, right? All this ridiculous nonsense that does have some truth to it. Obviously, like I said, you should definitely, do your best to work as hard as possible when the time is, when the time is called for it. But I don't think work and just constantly grinding should be, the core essence or the core of our lives, right? I think it should be balanced, right, between work and hobbies. And obviously, if you find work that you find meaningful and that you actually enjoy, you've actually hit a sweet spot, right? But for the vast majority of people out there, and for the vast majority of work out there, I would say, most people are not going to really enjoy it, right? How many people do you know that actually like their jobs, that actually enjoy their jobs? I think that's another thing. Obviously, you should strive to find work that you find some fulfillment from, that you find some pleasure out of, right? If your work is monotonous and it's a daily grind just to get your boots on and head out to work, then obviously I don't think that's a way to live either. Again, it all just comes back to finding balance, right? So I guess the key message of this video is to not get too stuck in a monotonous routine. Always keep things fresh, so to speak. Always have activities that you want to do. Make time for yourself and make time for those activities, because, man, they really do make a difference, right? They recharge your batteries, so to speak. Just having time for yourself, that's not dedicated to working and, doing activities that you enjoy is so essential to feeling like a human being, right? Again, I think just the way society is structured and the way things are, I think it's kind of like in the movie The Matrix, right? Where Morpheus is talking to Neo in that simulation, and he just lifts up a battery, right? And that's very symbolic to what human beings are in, in the modern age, right? And have been for quite some time. How society is trying to make you be like just a disposable source of energy, right? That doesn't really care about your feelings or how you feel mentally, or if your life is balanced or not, right? It's all just about productivity, and it's all just making you seem like you're a commodity, right? That can just be thrown away easily. I think that's a great symbolic representation of what human beings are trying to be made into, right? I mean, just take a look at some of the work statistics in Asia, right? They're absolutely terrible. Some of the facts about the work culture in general over there in Asia, and here in North America, it's not as bad as over there. But again, just ridiculous stuff, right? For example, in Japan, it's not uncommon for people to be working 12, 14-hour days, right? Maybe even longer than that, and just staying in the office. I mean, that's absolutely repulsive, right? To just be living that way, but it's totally normal, right? It's being normalized more and more. And I do think that some of that culture that some of that work culture is slowly making its way into the Western world, right? So again, it's all about balance. Don't become like that battery in the Matrix. You're a human being, and life is much more than just working for, a company or for a boss or for a job that doesn't really care about you, right? So it's all about finding that. It's all about finding that balance between work and life, right? Don't let work consume your life. Really make just a daily plan to see how much money you actually need, right? And how much money you actually need to live from week to week and month to month, right? So yeah, always find time to incorporate activities that you enjoy into your life, right? And don't let work and work life consume your life too much, unless you really like your job, right? And you really enjoy it. But like I said, I don't think the vast majority of people fall into that category. Always make time for your hobbies and activities that you enjoy. And again, don't get too stuck into that monotonous routine, because it's days like these that really make me realize the importance of just having that implemented in your life, right? Having activities to do and having time for yourself, most importantly, right? Time is the most important asset that we all have in life, right? Just having time for yourself and time to do the things that you really enjoy and that you're passionate about, right? So that's the core message of this video, right? Always make time for those activities, and always make time for yourself, right? Don't get too stuck into the daily grind. So if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for listening. I just wanted to share, those thoughts I had recently, coming off of a 3-day weekend, feeling recharged, honestly, and really making me realize what's really important in life, right? And just the importance of having time for myself and time to do activities that I'm passionate about, right? So if you're out there hearing to this message, or if you're listening to this and maybe you feel a little bit burnt out from the daily grind, from daily life, right? Look into ways and just prioritize having more time for yourself and just doing whatever it takes to make that possible, right? If you're new to the channel, welcome. I make videos on self-improvement. I give life advice based on personal experience, and I occasionally ramble about topics that fascinate me, whether it be, an anime that recently came out, a manga, a TV show, a movie, anything that fascinates me in general. If you would like to watch videos regarding those topics, welcome to the channel. Thank you to every subscriber of this channel. Thank you to all the viewers of this channel in general. I really, really appreciate you guys. I'm going to continue to make videos and meet that goal that I have in my channel description and go beyond that. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.